it is a Wednesday, and we're going to help you get through this work week with some words, laughs, and some weird flavored soda. So you know what that means. It is time for Hot Topics, and on my panel today I have two Seattle novelists, Anna Collins and Lauren Appelbaum, along with our executive producer, Joseph.
Hello.
Who just came back from a long trip to Berlin.
I sure did. I was gone for 2 weeks, but yeah, it was fun.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We missed you.
I am jet lagged and not a morning person, so great.
He's with us today, though, so if you're feeling slow, we all are. But before we get to talking about your books, because I'm really excited to talk about that, I want to just pep us all up with some delicious,
I don't know about this,
new collab from Oreo and Coke Zero. So this is Coke Zero Oreo flavored Coca-Cola.
I'm very curious.
Get in there.
Excited. I would expect it to be kind of vanilla-y.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know what I think about that.
The Oreo is a bit subtle.
Lauren, you like the Oreo?
I like it.
Okay, you like it. Anna.
Oh, yeah, it is a pleasant surprise.
I could drink this.
You know what it needs?
I'm done.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Strong opinions.
I could see this as a mixer, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Like if you mixed it with something, you know, not.
Oh, yeah. Like a
kind
rum and Coke
Rum and Coke,
situation?
no,
Yeah.
maybe like vodka or something that
vodka,
wasn't
oh.
so sweet. Like if you just mixed it somehow or just,
But I'm impressed they got the chocolate flavor in there.
they did get the, it's
Yeah.
interesting. Go Coke. Okay.
I'm really curious about this.
All right, here, let's hop in here. Now these are the Coke flavored Oreos.
And I do not like Oreo cookies either, so.
I just want to let you all know there is popping candy inside.
Oh.
Did you know this?
Oh my, okay. Thanks for the warning.
I just wanted to know, because you know it's a pop rock kind of morning.
Why? Not bad. Not bad.
It's like to make it fizzy.
Like soda. I get it. I'm with
Okay.
ya.
I think one bite is enough.
I have a dear friend who works for Coca-Cola,
No,
and I love her, but I don't love that cookie.
no, that is not.
Oh, I can hear that pop rocks.
Yeah,
I've never had a cookie like that. That's interesting.
I would go for the drink over the cookie.
This is one, actually, you know what? The aftertaste is getting me.
Oh.
And I kind of don't mind the pop rocks in them, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's not for me. But it's a fun idea.
All right, so okay,
Yeah.
good job. And I do love when they do these collabs and these
Yeah.
creations, and it's so fun. And you know, Coke is such a long-standing company, just like Oreo. So
Iconic brands.
they're getting frisky in their old age.
Ooh.
I like the combos.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of getting frisky,
Oh boy.
there was a debate last night right here in this very studio here at
Aw.
King 5. Look at that. That was transformed within a few hours. Thank you to our production manager, Derek. Thank you for making that happen. Anyway, did anyone watch it last night?
I sure did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was really interesting to see the two candidates for governor have all their feelings and talk to our journalists. And I thought Joyce Taylor did an excellent job moderating
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Joyce did knock it out of the park.
Yeah, she
Did
did.
you
Yeah.
watch? And
I
have you
watched
watched?
part
You
of it.
watched the presidential debate, I'm sure.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I watched clips of it, not all of it, but yeah, I think it's good that they have them so you can kind
Yeah.
of
See what's up.
see what's up.
What do you think?
I thought the governors, it was really interesting. They did a great job, and it was a lot more composed than the other debate. And I just, I thought it was good.
That's a good word for it, yeah.
Composed. I like it. No, I agree. I watched everything, and then I woke up this morning and I realized like we might all be waking up today feeling a little like divided. But I think it's important to remember today, on this day of all days, that we have come together as a country before, and let's do it again. You know.
Yeah, again.
Definitely.
I know some people are like, oh, the political season, I hate it, like, can it be over? But I think there's a lot of fanfare to it that's kind of entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
It's very much an integral part of our country, what makes us a democracy. It's important. I don't want to just ignore it because it's like what keeps this whole country going.
Oh, 100%. We got done last night, and my daughter was like, "Can we listen to Hamilton soundtrack?" And I was like, "Yes."
Love that.
That is
We were
very good
definitely
timing.
singing around and dancing to that,
Yeah.
so that was fun. Speaking of singing, by the way, the Country Music Award nominations were released.
Oh.
Yes, they were released this
Saw that.
week. Beyonce totally shut out of her latest country music album, Cowboy Carter. Now, I will say this. We were all skeptical when she first released this, but I actually I'm a country music fan. I do love, I go back to Garth, Shania,
Yes.
even, back to Miss Dolly, but I really like this album. And Dolly actually collaborated with her for Jolene.
Yeah.
Every single song I liked, so I don't know how it didn't get any nods. Like
I think
anything?
it's odd, I feel.
It seems like a snub, but I don't
With the
want to.
popularity. You can't assume,
No, I'm not.
I'm
yes.
not super tapped into the country.
Music chords.
No, not really. But it was everywhere, so that's why it's strange to me.
It was shocking to me. I love
Yeah.
that album.
Yeah.
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 So
And she's, she's from Texas. Like that's a country-ish area. Like what?
I don't get it. I mean, I guarantee not one person on that Academy board, whatever, the Grammy board, if that song came on, they were tapping their toes and they know it. But this is why I think awards in general are a coloring contest.
Ooh.
So that's where you have that.
I'll be curious to see if she gets nominated for a Grammy.
I mean, she should.
oh, she
Yeah.
has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very odd
Yeah,
if she
we'll
wasn't.
see.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Meantime, this one's really cool and a very Pacific Northwest story coming your way. Rumors are that there is going to be a sequel of The Goonies. You remember this movie, The Goonies? If you were born, in 75 or up, this was your movie.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But some people are like, does everything need a sequel? What do y'all think?
I don't think everything needs a sequel. I think there's a lot of new content that new creators, new ideators that could get some space, but I also understand why they do it. It's
Right.
Yeah.
It's
The
a guarantee.
nostalgia.
It's almost
It's
a
for the
guaranteed
nostalgia.
success, right?
It is a guaranteed
Yeah.
success because everyone who liked that movie now is like a 401k and is probably close to retirement and they're like, they have money. So what do you think?
I think it's for the nostalgia, right? Like you're saying. I think even if the sequel doesn't blow everyone out of the water, isn't as good as the first one, it's just fun.
Yeah.
What's The Goonies about? I've never seen it. I'm sorry, just for the viewers out there who
Thank
haven't
you,
seen it.
Derek. Thank you. Okay, I understand it came out probably like 15 years before you were born, maybe? Like 10? I
It's
don't know.
from the 70s?
No, it's from the 80s.
80s.
85.
85.
Okay, 3 years before I was born.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Close, but
I don't know.
close.
Math is hard for
But
me.
it's about kids.
So it's about these kids who are looking, so these kids are about to lose their house, right? And then they find a treasure map that was hidden by the pirate, One-Eyed Willie.
Oh.
And so they go looking
This
for One-Eyed
adventure-
Willie's treasure.
Yeah, adventure caves.
Sounds like a great story.
Exploring.
Booby traps.
Right.
And it was set in Astoria, right?
Oh, Oregon, love
Yeah.
it.
Rebecca tried to tell me Cannon Beach Girl. I know my Goonies. I'm sorry if I'm behind the scenes. It's set on the Oregon coast, and it's just beautiful to watch. So let's have a movie
I
night.
need to check it out.
Okay. We only have a minute left, so let's talk about this last topic. Groupon says Seattle is the second most expensive city for self-care, and I will have to say that is true. I haven't gotten a facial. So does anyone have low-cost favorite self-care things they do for themselves?
I love to go for a walk. That's free.
That's good. That's true.
Cost of clothing and shoes. That's it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
Glad you're wearing the clothing.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Key. What about you?
I love a bubble bath, and it's like $7 for like a huge thing of bubbles. So
I love that. You should do Lush. I love their products.
Oh, yes.
That's not even like a pitch. Their products are fabulous. What about you?
Sleep. I was thinking
yes,
about this.
good one.
Sleep is the number one for
Yeah.
me. If I don't get enough sleep, there's no amount of product that's going to make things better.
And that's completely free.
Love that.
Completely free.
I love lately, since my grandma's been staying with me this summer, my daughter had this idea that we were going to do girls' night every couple of weeks. So we've been doing girls'
love
night.
that.
We all get in my king bed and we put face masks on and foot masks that are kind of weird and then eat candy and watch movies. And it's been like the most fabulous thing. And my little 11-year-old came up with that. Isn't
love
that
that.
fun?
that sounds so fun.
Surround yourself like a family or
Very
girls'
cute.
night. So earlier we started to talk about the fact that you were authors, but we wanted to save it for last so that we could hear what your books are all about. So what is Worst in Show about, Anna?
Worst in Show is a lighthearted romantic comedy. It's rivals to lovers, kind of in a You've Got Mail vein.
Ooh.
It's about rival pet shop owners who have to team up to win an amateur dog contest. So kind of like You've Got Mail, but with dogs.
Has Hallmark already said we want to make this a movie?
Well, fingers crossed.
Okay, Hallmark, come on now. Everyone loves dogs. This is a great idea. I love it. It's so cute.
Thank you.
All right, Lauren.
So Rachel Weiss's group chat is it's a romantic comedy kind of based on Pride and Prejudice and Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh.
And it's set in the Seattle tech scene.
Oh, there's a Mr. Darcy in Seattle? What? Yes. Where are you from? As in the fantasies. This is so fun. What's it like writing romantic fiction?
I would say it's a lot of fun.
Yeah?
It's challenging.
I would be.
You're building a whole plot around two people's ups and downs, basically.
Right,
and,
right.
That's why I like to keep mine lighthearted. I do low angst because I like my relationships fluffy.
You know what? I think that's important. We all need fluffy relationships.
I always wonder, like, when we get pitched so many novels on this show, I always wonder, like, did you have an experience with a pet store owner, or did you have a bad group
that's a
chat,
great
or like
question.
what inspires you to pick these topics?
Yeah, I didn't have a bad group chat. I had a great group chat.
Or good.
And it was kind of inspiring because there's a time in your life in your late 20s when your friendships kind of change and go through a lot.
Absolutely.
Some of you are married, some of you are dating, some have kids or no kids, and then career stuff. So that kind of inspired the friendship angle that's in this book.
I love it.
I wrote this because I have a dog. And I wasn't ever going to have a dog. And so once Archie was in our lives, I had to write a book with dogs in it.
Aww.
And so a lot of the shenanigans in that is inspired by him.
I like that.
Yeah.
How fun. Well, I am really excited to read these 2 books, so you're going to leave them here, right?
Yeah.
Which one are you reading first?
Whichever
You're
not.
gonna do the
Yeah.
group chat.
Yes, okay.
All right, so this actually opened up a discussion that we had about book clubs. So I'm part of a book club and a dear group of women, and I love them dearly. However, it is hard. I was an English literature major, and I had to read whatever I was assigned for years, right? Sometimes that bothers me. What are your thoughts on book clubs?
Yeah, no, I have kind of the same feelings. So there's nothing I love more than like getting together with a group of friends and chatting about books or like whatever we want to talk about. But it's hard to be assigned something because I kind of want to read what I'm in the mood for. I love to read, and I just.
Joseph's in the best book club ever. Tell them about it.
Well, I'm in a cookbook club. It's a little different context, but you still have to read the book because you have to pick a recipe, and then everyone in the club makes a different recipe from the book, and then we have a big dinner, and you get to try everything from the book.
That's
Great
perfect.
idea.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's a great
That's
idea.
kind of the book club for me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like book clubs that aren't high stakes. So a book club where you can show up and just socialize if you don't feel like reading the book. And,
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. I know that that's controversial. I know that there are book clubs where if you don't read the book, you're out. That's not for me.
Yeah, my book club is kind of teetering on that line. Because there's been a time I'm like, I can't read the book. I'm a full-time working mom. I haven't had time.
To me, reading should be filled with joy.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have time or you are not feeling in the mood for the book, I don't think there should be that kind of pressure on it.
Because they don't make Cliff's Notes for a lot of these books.
Right. Yeah, they really
What kind of
Not
books?
that I did.
What kind of books are you reading in your book club?
Well, we have a kind of a rule because we have kids. Like, I don't want any kids getting hurt in the book.
Oh. Yes.
I don't want any anything that's going to cause me anxiety, I'm not reading it. So that's kind of the thing. But now this first book we're reading has a girl who goes missing at summer camp.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
And the next book we're reading is a 6-month-old that gets stolen. I'm like, what? Who's picking these books?
So are you going to opt out?
I-
Maybe?
No comment. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to, put myself in a position right here on air. So the other thing is snacks, right? We used to do a potluck, and then we had too much food. So now we're like, whoever hosts that month does the food. Doesn't have to be a lot.
Ooh.
So what's kind of the general rule of book club snacks?
Finger foods, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Snacks.
Yeah.
I'm all for snacks.
There has to be snacks, usually wine, but
Always.
How many are in your club?
Like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay, that's manageable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is manageable, but there is definitely some times when everybody would bring something, and then it was just too much. Or someone's bringing a salad and you got to get plates out. That's a thing. Yeah.
I've never been in this kind of a book
Yeah.
club with these kind of books, but I think I would enjoy that aspect because I'm terrible at picking what to read, and then it makes me not read. So if someone just,
Yeah.
you know me, I'm a rule follower. So if
Yes.
someone's just like, read this book, maybe that would help me branch out a little
And
bit.
it did help me branch out because I'm firmly in the rom-com, but urban fantasy rom-com.
Great.
So I don't get out of my shell very much. So I do appreciate getting out of my shell.
Because I grew up just reading Harry Potter and fiction.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of 90s kids did. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, well, there's a whole world of nonfiction out there. I've never really read a nonfiction book that I can think of other than self-help books of some sort, I guess.
There are some incredible
Yeah,
biographies.
some
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
ones.
So
To send your way, which is good. We'll have a biography book club.
excellent. We should do that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right. Well, I've had a wonderful time chatting with
thanks
you
for
both.
having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your work and any advice right now before I let you go to young writers or maybe old writers who want to be writers.
Ooh.
I would say Find a community, find other writers to team up with. Having other people read your work who are also in the business is really, that's
key.
the number one, to move forward, I think.
Yeah, my advice would just be to not give up, because it could take years and years, but you could get published if you don't give up. So that's my advice.
Yeah, the only way to never get published is to not write.
Is to not write. There you have it. Well, thank you both for spending time with us. Thank you, JoJo.
Thank you.
And thank you for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content. You can always send us an email to share your thoughts. But most important, don't forget to enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.